Hello and welcome. So we're in a new month now, and during the month of November, we're going to be discussing home renovation, and we're going to introduce you to the concept of working with a Reno-Coach on your projects. We can't tell you how many clients have come to us for help because they thought they knew how to approach a home renovation, and they ended up working with the wrong contractors. This cost them money to correct bad workmanship. It set back their timelines, and sometimes it even ends up in court. So we want to discuss with you the option that will empower you to make great decisions and give you design inspiration, and it will connect you with highly skilled trades that Aryo has in his back pocket. So let's get into it, Aryo.
Thank you. So first of all, Reno-Coach, what is that? Some people might think, okay, this is only for renovation, but it's not. It's actually for custom homes as well. As a matter of fact, these last couple of days, I had several clients calling me about building new homes, and they want to have a feasibility study for their house. So basically, what it is instead of putting yourself in a big expenses and thinking that you know everything and do it yourself before consulting with the right person, is some people do that and then get in trouble because many of us, we are thinking, we've seen many houses, we've been living in many houses, or in general any homes, and we know what to do. And when we start thinking to start a move, we judge based on our past experiences, which not always is the right decision to make. So to clarify, what I'm trying to talk about is, I want to talk about one of my clients who has been in the business for so long. She had several homes in past, and she did a lot of renovation as well. But many of them, this was small renovation here and there. And she was planning to do a little bit bigger, basically moving some walls and adding new rooms, adding a powder room or ensuite and this kind of things. So she thought, okay, you know what? I've been there and done that. I don't need to hire somebody to help me. I can just interview the contractors and move on to my project. This way I save money and I don't need anybody's help. Which, after 6 months of work and all the disaster that the contractor made, she came back to me and said, hey, please help me. I'm at the situation that I'm not done as much as I was supposed to do. My job is half done, and I had to hire other contractors to finish the first guy's job. And that first guy didn't finish his job, and even he's suing me for not paying him.
Oh my.
So I already paid him half of the money, more than half of the money that I was supposed to, and I was supposed to receive half of the job, but I didn't. I had to hire several different people to finish his job. So if she was hiring me in advance, I would let her know the steps one after each other. So the steps of, for example, doing your due diligence, what trades we are involved. Because, for example, what she hired that contractor, the contractor says, oh, I'm gonna, don't worry. Most of these contractors who end up to have put you in trouble, they're sweet talkers. They just want to make sure that you are confident with them, and you say, you know what, if this guy can do everything for me, why I have to bother?
It's the path of least resistance, isn't it?
Exactly. You feel comfortable with them, and then if you don't ask questions in advance, then they're gonna take control of the job. And for example, in this particular case that I was talking about, the project requires a certified plumber and a certified electrician to do the job. And the guy who was basically doing the job, he was a painter.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a painter, you think you can do some flooring as well, you're a handyman, you can maybe erect some walls and put the dry walls. But then when you're doing some more major work, even for those things that I'm just talking about, if you see the quality of work, are you expecting a painter to do the framer's job? No, really. If you're expecting a painter to do the drywaller job, not really. So if you're hiring a contractor, hire a contractor, not a handyman. A handyman who wants to do everything himself, and then they want to do the plumber's job as well.
And then you've got insurance problems.
Exactly. I was getting there. You were faster than me.
Yeah, sorry, I jumped ahead. Whoops.
Then, if in case something happened, and then the insurance, you want to collect your insurance that every month you pay, then the insurance guy said, you know what? This job done by non-professionals, and I'm sorry for you. I'm not gonna pay you a penny.
Yeah,
And that is gonna happen a lot. It's happening a lot of times.
yeah. I've heard of people who've had to go through that.
This is very sad that you want to save some money, but you end up to pay a whole lot more. And especially for this client that I'm talking about, her name is Sonia, that I put in our blog in myrenovator.ca. You can read through the story. It's just a short story, it's not a long one. I try to squeeze it as much as possible to make it easy to read. So not only she's out of pocket for the money that she paid to the that first contractor, but even she had to pay to another contractors to install the flooring, install the walls, install the, and besides that, they were in a contract to install a shower, and the guy even didn't bother to install the tile backers or any waterproofing membrane for the shower. And
Wow.
how do you expect? And then the guy was painted the house already. Are you kidding me?
Wow.
The painting job is the last part of the job. He was trying to convince the client that because he needed money, because he was in need of money, and then
Yeah.
he was skipping the jobs to get paid faster. And if you are a homeowner or if you are a doctor, or if you are a dentist, or if you are working in an office, or if you're working even in the construction site, you might not know this sequence of work, which it happened to this lady. And then even though this other contractors were other trades were telling the guy that, hey, you're not supposed to paint right now, you have to paint at the end, but he wasn't paying attention. And because the homeowner was stuck with the contractor, the contractor was bullying her. But when you have a Reno-Coach, directing you step by step at a time and giving you the direction, information, the lead, then you understand what you expect. And if somebody is doing something wrong, because you have the knowledge, you have the information, then you can stop the disaster from happening.
Yeah.
The other part of our service, as I mentioned, is feasibility studies. For example, a contractor or a developer who has very good experience in construction, before starting the construction, is calling me, hey, I cannot find the proper information how many square foot I can build in this house. This is nothing to do with the renovation, even though we call Reno-Coach, but this is entirely about a custom home, a new construction, if you want to build a new house. Or yesterday I had another client who want to build a house in North Vancouver, and they want to remove their subject on the deal for purchase, and they couldn't get the information from the city hall. Of course, the city hall doesn't give them all the information, because they just say, okay, bring the drawing for me, and I give you if this is correct or not. You have to hire the right person, and if we go to hire an architect or a designer up front, it will cost a lot of money. So that is where we stop here we just bring a little bit of a breeze here for you, you homeowner. If you don't want to stuck in a big contract before making a decision, we give you a feasibility study. We give you a Reno-Coach. We give you a coaching to just find out how many square foot you can build,
Yeah.
or what is the pros and cons in the project, that it can give you a better window or better understanding of your project. For example, for renovations, we not only offer pre-construction service, which basically giving them leading them, okay, you have to hire this type of people for you if you need to do this job. Sometimes we have to go through the permit, and we give them all the necessary information that they require for a building permit. Sometimes we take the job, sometimes we refer to somebody else. Depends on the size of the job. And then after the project starts, some of the contractors, some of the homeowners asking us to overlook of the work of the contractor to making sure that they're doing the job right. So that is, we call it contract management as part of the Reno-Coach. That is going to be the second stage of the process, where we have the permit ready. If it's a permit process, ready. We help the client to find the right contractor. Like for example, right now we have another client in Maple Ridge that we submitted the drawing to the city, and we are trying to put the job in tender to find the right contractor for them to do the job. And the homeowner is busy professionals that they don't have the time to interview one at a time each contractor. So that is what we do for them. We interview several contractors and basically introduce a couple, shortlist couple, and have a meeting with the client. Then we go through the hiring.
So I can see one great advantage to that is Sonia hired a contractor that was dancing her around like she was a puppet. If the contractor, if people are working with you as a coach and the contractor comes to the client through you, they're going to know that's not going to work out.
Exactly. I mean,
they have to be professional and they have to stand by their word.
First of all, we don't hire those kind of contractors anyway.
I know that.
We don't even introduce those kind of contractors.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. But that is one of the buffers that people will have the comfort of knowing you offer.
You know what? The problem at the moment is there's so many jobs out there that not enough trades available.
Yes.
We are having problem with labor. We have a problem with having the trades, because the trades cannot start a new job because of they don't have labor, they don't have workers.
Yeah.
And the same thing for contractors. It's basically a domino effect to everybody else. And as a result, when the homeowner really urging or in the emergency of doing some work and certain timeline, then they become desperate and they just hire anybody who just say, you know what, I can do it. And sometimes some of those con artists get more than one they can chew. I don't say so you have to get one job at a time, but they get more than what they can chew, and then as a result they cause a problem because they don't have a proper time management either.
Yeah. And they're spreading themselves too thin, so they'll show up for 15 minutes, look really busy, and then leave.
Exactly.
Because they need to go buy a part or something, and then you don't see them for 3 days.
Yep.
I think we've all experienced that. Anybody who's tried to manage a project on their own has learned.
Hopefully,
I have.
Hopefully not anymore. So because I give them liability on the jobs that to my contractors, they try to be loyal. They try to be as careful as possible. I don't ask them not to get more than one jobs. They have the right, but they have to be precise and they have to be on time. they have to follow certain protocol that the client is always right, and they have to meet their criteria in terms of quality and timeline, all that kind of things.
Yep. Excellent.
So yeah, to summarize, we specifically have a website for Reno-Coach.
Yeah, I put the link in chat. Anybody who wants to explore it, the link is there.
Yeah, the website is myrenovator.ca. You can book a phone call with us. We can arrange a meeting as well. So the meetings are really affordable. It starts between $400 or $500 for one session. There are times that we have to write a report. That's going to be a little bit more. The consultations, initial consultation is going to be less because we don't need to write a report. When I say write a report is I had a couple of clients for this case that they wanted to have a second opinion written report to show to the contractors.
Right.
Say, you know what, I have this agreement with you. I do not totally agree with what you're doing. And this is, I hired a professional with 35 years experience in the field, and that is his opinion. So we have to find a common ground. I really try to find a common ground for them to get the best solution. They don't have to go to the court and this kind of things. But there are times that happens that the client doesn't have any choice but going through the legal process.
Yeah.
So, do you want to finalize the meeting?
Yeah. I'm just looking. I've got the website. I got the link in chat. You can go to the contact page on the myrenovator.ca website and book a consultation. And just get involved with Aryo. Ask your questions and decide if this man can fulfill your expectations. I'm quite confident that he'll be able to. So that's our first dive into working with a Reno-Coach this week. Next week we'll be taking an even bigger look at it, and we hope you'll join us.
Thank you. Have a good day. Bye.
Bye. Are we off now?
Yeah.
Okay. What I was looking for, I got distracted there because I couldn't remember if it's a free consultation